This is the Carty Method Podcast.
Hey. Welcome to Thursday. It is Thursday. Thursday's your favorite show of the week. Thursday's when I give you an assignment and give you a very, very detailed review. My name is Carty. I've been a professional photographer for 34 years. Literally, it's going to be 35 years professionally in April. And I'm passionate about helping you get to the next level in your photography. This is the Portfolio Lab. What we're doing is we're trying to get you to the point where you're making pictures that are good enough to go into your portfolio regularly. That is the vibe. Regular portfolio updates are necessary, and having a pro look at your photos and help you get to the level where you're making images that are good enough to go in your portfolio is the vibe. I do that by actually giving you an assignment. I give you an assignment on Thursday, and that assignment helps you develop portfolio level images. This very specific assignment this week is designed to help you create a professional image for yourself. Now, not all of us have friends that are photographers. Sometimes we have to make these professional images of ourselves on our own. Therefore, this week's assignment was create a professional self-portrait that you can use on social media, that you can use on your website, that you can put out there as a representation of you. You're able to show personal style. You're able to shoot yourself with your camera or without. I'm interested in seeing your professional pictures. We have 23 submissions to go through today. And we are about to get into it. In your favorite show, this is called Real Photo Reviews. We are starting first with the mighty Chris Foster. Chris says, "Hey, Carty and crew, this year I'm trading the corporate headshot for one like this. Shot in my home office using a mirror. Canon EOS R3 28-70 f2. ISO 100, 1/25th of a second at 5.6. Shot with 3 strobes, beauty dish, fill with grid, rim with grid." This is Chris Foster. Way to go, Chris. Thanks for submitting. So, Chris, your 3 lights we're not seeing. We're only seeing one light, which is your main. We're only seeing your main. Your secondary lights are not noticeable. If you have a rim light back here, it's at an exposure that's not enough to separate you. So the 3 lights, I only see one, and that has to do with light ratios and exposure, which means your main light, whatever your main light was at, say your main light is at f8. Okay. If you have this light not at f8.3 or 8 1/3, we'll call it. It's not f8.3. It's 8 1/3. It would be f9, Carty. If it's not f8 1/3, you're not going to see this light as a light at all. In fact, it's actually less than f8, which means we don't see it at all. I see just a touch of it here on your ear. There's very little separation back here. And if you're using 3 lights, we should see the 3 lights, or it's not necessary to use 3 lights, just use one. Like, you could literally get this same light with the right placement with one light. The fact that this is a self-portrait where you're shooting this is very, very clever. The black on black is dope. The hat, your outfit, you look like a photographer. This is a yes for me. And the first 11 out of 10, the 11 out of 10. Again, this is a banger. It's professional, and it's exactly what I'm asking for. The fact that you used the tripod and shot yourself using your camera into a mirror is very clever, and you did this very, very well. Again, it's just without a light meter, you need a light meter. So you can meter this and get the ratio, meter this and get the ratio, and meter back here and get the ratio. So you're able to create 3 different exposures. And what I would do is 8 1/3 back there, 8 1/3 back there, and then F8 in the front. And then you actually will get, you will see that light, but it'll only be slightly above, not so much that it's going to blow out your detail. I hope that helps you, Chris Foster. Well done. Well done. Our first 11 of the day. Very well done, Chris Foster. Next is Denise Tuggle. Denise says, hey, Carty and crew, this is my first ever submission. It's kind of quirky, but I think it explains a lot about my personality. Shot my living room with one softbox and one main light with the Nikon D850, 50mm 1.8, ISO 180, 2.8 at 1/5 of a second. Worried about a self-portrait at 1/5 of a second. Denise, let's have a look at it. Denise Tuggle. Denise. Thanks for submitting, Denise. So the whole goal for me with this picture, and again, the effort is good. Let me look at your focus. Because you're shooting at 1/5 of a second, and because, let's just look at your readings again, f2.8 at 1/5 of a second. At f2.8, you're seeing that right now, you're seeing that this eye is in focus and this eye isn't in focus, and a majority of your face is out of focus, including your nose. So your focus is back here. You can see your focus is back here, but it's not on the main part of your face. Your head angle with the chin up so high ends up making it so we're seeing too much of this, which is just not flattering. And then putting the makeup on, this is the whole idea about this picture, was it is your professional self-portrait. It's a professional self-portrait that you can use in order to show your photography clients what their photographer looks like. So to just show you the professional photos that I have on my site, if you look at my about section, this is a portrait that was shot by another photographer. His name is Nazca Demini. And then this is a self-portrait of me shot with my camera that I have here on my about page. On my contact page, there is another self-portrait, and you can see approachable, friendly, likable. It's not me shaving, or it's not me in the bathroom or doing I know you're a female, but the whole idea here is it's a professional portrait that you can put forward. You remember when we looked at Chris Foster's picture, professional headshot that shows him as a confident photographer. So for you, that's the idea. That's what we were trying to get. For me, this is a cool shot that you can show on Instagram, but I want you to make sure that you're making the right type of a photo. When you're making this type of a photo, it's like, okay, well, how do I want to look on my website to the people who are hiring me? You know, hey, Anaya, welcome, Anaya. Thanks for hanging out with us. So that's the vibe. It's like, it's not quite as professional as we're hoping for. We're not wanting to see makeup being put on or anything like that. It's just camera in a mirror is a great idea, or you literally set your camera on a tripod and you just sit here like me. Like, you noticed, only one of my pictures has me with a camera. Like, again, it's friendly, approachable. Like, that's basically what we're trying to get. So for me, on that angle, we missed the boat a little bit, Denise, but the fact that you're here and you're submitting and you've gotten across that mental block to putting your pictures on the line, I'm glad that we crossed that. You just have to shoot this again. So it's not a selfie that we're doing. It's a self-portrait that we're doing, which, again, it's professional, put together nicely. And yeah. So Denise, I hope that helps you. You are off to the races because you've broken your cherry by submitting. Each one of these assignments helps you. For you, I would love to see you shoot this again and submit it in community into peer reviews. Well done, Denise. Thank you for submitting. That was Denise Tuggle. Well done, Denise. All right. Our next submission is from Lamont Jones. Lamont says, I did it. That is his submission. Lamont, what camera did you do it with? What camera did you shoot with? What was your lens? What was your settings? What I want you to do is when you're submitting photos, I want you to look at what other people are doing with the submitting of the photos, and then you do what they do. Cool? All right. I need more information than I did it. This is Lamont Jones. Lamont, thanks for submitting. Definitely onto something here, Lamont. The sunglasses for me bring like a little bit too much cool guy, and the head angle. The thing that guys do when they're posing for pictures is they pull back. And like that's exactly what you're doing, is you're pulling back instead of projecting forward. Now, when you project forward, the light actually hits your face properly. Your head is also down and the light is above. So you're not letting the light hit the lower part of your face very well, like down here, because you're doing this. And then the sunglasses make it so like, I'm afraid of you. Like what you're bringing is fear instead of approachability. Approachability. Like that's what we're trying to do, is approachability. You're already a black guy, so you're going to dress in black and put black sunglasses on and a black hat like you're about to rob somebody, and then cross your arms, which is a stance of like, don't fuck with me. For me, you're saying the wrong body language. And again, I want you to look at my, like the pictures with my body language. It's approachable. The first step to working together is reaching out. So it's like there has to be hey, look at me here with my camera. Look at the approachability and the likability. That's the thing that when it comes to professional pictures, there has to be likability and approachability. And for me, this is the exact opposite of approachability. This is like, don't fuck with me, but at the same point, you want someone to pay you. So this is one of these. This says this. So that's what you're saying in this picture. And for me, I don't know if that's what you're trying to get across in your photography. I don't think that that's what you're trying to get across. And for me, this is not a picture that I would A, recommend putting on social media, and B, recommend putting on your website. I would say no and no. What I need to see with this dark background and is A, eye contact, lose the sunglasses. I mean, understand, I put these sunglasses on for effect. You understand? I put these sunglasses on for effect. You know what I mean? But there's also plenty of smiles when this is all like personal style, but sunglasses inside, like I'm doing right now, it's a statement, definitely. But the kind of picture that you're trying to make is we're trying to bring people to us. And again, you guys know my kindness and my words. Like, I'm trying to look like a cool guy, but I'm just a nerd like you. Maybe I just have better style. All right. So Lamont, for me, this is a little bit too hard. It's too hard. And, you got to lighten up, dude. You got to lighten up. We're trying to get people to like us. We're trying to get people to like us and pay us. And that comes from approachability and likability. And approachability and likability comes from the image that you put forth and the attitude that you put forth when you're in front of the camera. And for me, that's like, you got to be light sometimes, light like a feather, you know, like let that hard impact come with the work. Let the work speak like that. You can be chill. You know what I mean? That's my 2 cents, my guy. Thanks for submitting. I appreciate you. A little bit too hard and heavy for me. All right. That is Lamont Jones. And again, camera, lens, shutter speed, aperture, ISO. All right. This is Marco Nueves. Marco says, hey, Carty, here's my minimalist portrait profile photo shot with the EOS R with a 24 to 105, ISO 100, 7.1 at 1/60th of a second. One strobe mounted on a strip box and a black card for added depth. This is Marco Nueves. Marco, I love this shit. I love this. Like, it's very, very cool. You pulled back on your processing, so you're getting a little bit more gentle with the processing. For me, I the way that you're hitting your eyeball from the side like that, I mean, it is a cool highlight, but I almost wish I saw a little bit more of you with this type of a photo. Again, it's like eye contact really is what pulls the subject in. Like, here, imagine this is Marco. So, and then he is a contemporary photographer from Toronto, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's almost like you're either putting your back to that information or you're staring right at it. For me, this is very period. I think how you snap this is by shooting it straight on. I want to see you straight on here, and I want to see that eye contact with the highlights on either side. And then now with that hat, we have that hat now with these same rims that you have here, but your eyes are here, nose, and then you can put on like a little bit of a sly smile with that beard. You know, for me, that's, I just want to see this photo straight on. Can you use this? Oh, absolutely. This is dope. Like, it's dope. And I'm giving you an 11 because the effort is just so good. The effort is so good. Skin tone's a little gray. You got to watch the skin tone. It's a little gray, which makes you look a little, unalive. So let's make sure that your skin tone is popped up a bit. And also you're shooting into pure shadow. So this is all shadow detail. You only have highlight here and here, which means obviously it's going to naturally be under, but it can't be under and also cold. If it's under and warm, it'll feel just a little bit nicer. I know you neutralized it because this is very neutral with the color balance, but in this case, you might have to add just a little bit of warm. I hope that helps you. This is Marco Nueves with an 11 for me. Well done, Marco. It's well done. This is Matt Carlson. Matt says, hey, Carty and crew, this is my self-portrait shot with the EOS R6, 50mm 1.2, ISO 200, 1/80th of a second at f5.6, shot with continuous light and a grid. This is Matt's Carlson. Matt's, I love this. This is a yes. You're a little high up in the frame. I want to show you a couple things. Number one, this is a cover. So as a cover, you can feel like you're a little high up in the frame. And then as an 8x10, now when you push this into an 8x10, sadly, we lose you holding onto your phone. So you see now this becomes a whole other photo because you're no longer holding on to anything. Your arm is just adjusted like that. I actually like you holding on to the phone. So for me, the only loss is in the framing. I feel like it's just a touch close and a touch high in the eye line. But without those two small mistakes, Matt Carlson, this is an absolutely. So I'm giving you an 11 on this. Exposure's great. Eye contact, great. Likability, great. For me, the Carhartt shirt, this Carhartt shirt is a yes. but this logo clashes with this color. You can imagine if this was just jet black, if this shirt was black with no logo, or if you did it up instead of undone, now it hits way harder. So for me, if you didn't want to change the shirt to a solid black shirt, then you have to button this. So then that will move this logo over a little bit, and we'll see this logo a little bit more predominantly. But the only issue that I have is that the red, not only does it clash kind of with the blue, but it clashes with the logo. It clashes with this yellow, which is why we can't have it. So it's the only thing. It's like a styling issue. Yeah, sorry. I'm very big on the making sure that we have the right styling. But again, I'll say this is an 11 for me. That's Mats Carlson. Well done, Mats. Taylor's freaking out. Let's go, Taylor. She's happy. All right, Mats Carlson, well done. Next is Monica P. Monica Petrosky. Monica says, I've been wanting to do a photo shoot at one of Ventura's dramatic railroad bridges at golden hour. Not a look or space to work, not a lot of space or work or time. Not a lot of space to work or time since the next train was coming. Yes. It was fun to bring a client here though. R6 Mark II, 85 millimeter, ISO 160, 1/60th of a second at f8. This is a Canon remote app on tripod. And there was also an assistant holding a reflector. This is Monica P. Monica, this is it. This is lovely, 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 lovely. It's just a touch under. It's a touch underexposed. This right here is under. That's what, dude, am I a doctor? What is going on with this writing here, Carty? Holy moly. Okay, this is under, and I'm going to call it under by 1/3 of a stop. Okay, right in here is just a little under. You're backlighting, and it's natural light, but you just got to make sure that you get the exposure right, because the camera sees all of this brightness and all of this sky, and it really wants to underexpose by a full stop. The reflector made you bump up a little bit, but trust me, if you reprocess this picture and increase the exposure by 30%, possibly even 50%, which is half a stop, you're going to notice how this snaps up. And then when it comes to highlights, what I'll ask you to do is pull the highlight slider that way, maybe to like 30, -30, and that's going to recover some of your highlights in here as you up your exposure up. Okay, that's my recommendation. Do me that and then repost this picture in just chatting. But guess what, Monica P? I'm giving you an 11 for this picture. I'm giving you an 11. It is very good. I love your expression, the outfit, the location, everything works here, Monica. Well played. It's a little offset, but it doesn't bother me. The offset's okay. The background, little distracting, doesn't bother me because it's textured and it frames you. So again, like this just works, but the exposure is something that I really want you to nail. All right, guys, you having a good time with me? Are you having a good time with the eye is what I'm asking. First of all, my heart rate. Oh, look at me. I'm chilling today like a villain right now. And again, that is my actual heart rate right now, at this exact second. It's like, it's nice to like, be able to make sure that I'm alive. And also, sometimes when I start to get stressed, you guys put my heart rate on the screen, because if you're a member, you can control my stream. As you can see, my members, the members of this channel, I give all kinds of extra perks. They can throw graphics and put Taylor Swift up, and they can glitch me and all this other stuff. It's fun. And I also do a bunch of this stuff myself. You guys can become a member and make smoke happen. It's all this stuff is kind of fun. You just need to hit the join button. It's super simple. Hit the join button. And then you can get a crown next to your name, like all of these cool people and these dope ass emotes. Our next shooter is Rafael Ortiz. Rafael says, "Hey, Carty and crew. On January 12th, after an actor shoot, I decided this would be a great time to take my self-portrait. Shot in studio, tethered, with a review screen, which comes very handy to make slight adjustments of my clothing in between shots. Big brain. Shot with the Nikon 8D50, or D850, I'm dyslexic, with a 50mm 1.4 ISO 100, 7.1 at a 200th of a second. Shot with 2 strobes and 2 55-inch softboxes. One camera right and one above with grid. Good shit, Rafael. Let's see what this light placement looks like with Rafael Ortiz. Rafael. Raf, this is a yes for me. This is a yes. It's proud. It's well styled. It's well shot. It's clean as F. Color balance is good. This is a yes. I mean, you pre-cropped it for me. Like, I kind of like the whole frame, just personally. I really do like getting, I like getting the whole 8x12. You made a 8x10 for me. Sometimes there's different uses, and it helps me when I see your whole frame. So at least give me the 8x12 proportion so I can see a little bit about how you're cropping. But Raphael, this is a yes for me. This is a yes. I'm giving you an 11 on this one. We know that it crops to 8x10, but I want to show you this as a cover. Now, magazines aren't really 8x10. They're more 9x12. So as far as magazine cover, like this, you can see this looks too square of a magazine, right? So the magazine masthead would kind of be about there, but it's good for you to see. I'm proud of you. You did really well. This is an excellent self-portrait execution. It's trustworthy and likable. I like you when I see this photo. The styling is good and you're confident. You know, it's just you're a little bit up. My last thing would be I would have leaned on your knees so your head was lower, so you're a little bit more like rather than up. It's just a small thing, but especially because you have that box to bring your knees up, just rotate a little bit. And like I always try to like lean forward and project myself into the camera. It really makes you feel approachable and likable. I know we're always told to sit up straight and that kind of stuff, but I go to the extreme when it comes to selfies and really push in. You killed this, Raphael. I'm proud of you, buddy. Good job. I gave you an 11, right? Taylor? She's freaking out. Well done. Hey, yo, is that Sean Thomas? Sean Thomas becoming, re-upping that membership for another month? Autolux Imagery. Sean Thomas, you've been with me as a member long before you talked to me in person, long before you walked through this door and shed tears and like I helped you in person. Oh my word, Sean, I love you, brother. Thank you for that. Thank you for re-upping your membership. This is me giving you the light show and turning on these lights and giving you this light show. Well done, Sean. Thanks for being here, my guy. Thanks for re-upping up your membership. And yes, photo of the week is going to be tough this week. I agree. You can see Sean had this to say when he re-upped. Yes or yes. 14 months, Sean. That's mental. 14 months. So crazy. All right, guys. This is our next shooter. His name's Robert Myrick. Robert says, "Hey, Carty and crew. I have to say this assignment was challenging." As if my assignments aren't all challenging, Robert. Come on now. This assignment was challenging. I'm not one to spend a lot of time in front of the camera. None of us are, which is why you have to do it. You have to do the things that are hard. Doing the things that are hard make you way happier. If you don't do things that are hard, then you end up being very upset and very sad person. So, I have to say this assignment was challenging. I'm not one to spend a lot of time in front of the camera. I explored several ideas and locations, but settled on this one. It's simple, but to the point. The one thing I couldn't avoid was looking away from the camera, as the scenery in front of me was much too bright than behind, and the reflections in my glasses were too distracting. Okay, Sony A7R5, Sony 85mm, ISO 400 at 200th of a second at f4. Natural light on an overcast day. This is Robert Myrick. Robert, there's a vibe there, Robert, for sure. I don't mind you looking aside. I don't mind you looking to the left at all. Let's look at this as a cover. You can see this as a cover. It's dope. You know what I mean? It's dope, but I do know that when we go to an 8x10, this is our issue. When we go to an 8x10, like this is your frame as an 8x10. So now when we do an 8x10, you can see it's like we can't keep that foot. So it becomes like, well, what do? You crop it like there? Well, that looks very weird with us cutting out your shoe. So it ends up having to be like, if we do an 8x10, you have to punch way in till you're like probably, I would say, I would punch in to be like about there, you know? So we hide both the feet and really isolate you in. So that's something that I want you to be aware of as far as the cropping. You lose an inch top and bottom when you go from 8x10 or when you go from full frame to what it looks like on Instagram or in a magazine. And this one just doesn't crop well. If this was a subject, a client that you shot, they would be pissed if that was their pick and then they couldn't print it on or put it on Instagram without getting some sort of border app and blah, blah, blah. So work on your cropping, but beyond your cropping, this is a yes for me, Robert. This is a yes for me. It's very likable, although you're not using eye contact. Again, you do have the option of taking your glasses off. You know, you do have that option. You do have the option of doing no hat. You know what I mean? Although the hat does match and I know it's your style. You can't always be baseball cap guy. You know what I mean? Let's see, I know I always wear hats, but yeah, again, it's just what you can do is mix up the type of hats that you wear. So it sort of like changes that, like I'm a bro style into something that's a little bit more client appropriate. But it's a good effort and I like it, Robert. I'm giving you 11 on this one. For me, personal style is the thing that we're always kind of trying to work on. For me, like, you'll ask me, it's like, why is he wearing his hoodie? Like, why is he wearing his hoodie underneath the hat? Like, why wouldn't you wear it? Why wouldn't you wear it underneath? It's like, it just looks, it looks stupid and kind of dope this way. That's why. Because I'm a different cat. That's why. I just do things differently. But you can see I'm doing the black and then the gray is the monotone, and then the only punch of color is my logo here, you know, but then you also see the logo repeated up here. It's a style thing, you know? All right, guys, let's see who our next photographer is on The Price is Right. This is Stephen Bordeaux. Stephen says, good evening, Carty crew. Here's my self-portrait with my first 2-light setup. I have an umbrella reflecting a key light to lift the shadows a bit and a gelled light directly behind me. This was fun to put together and quickly reminded me how difficult it is to be the subject, as I kept forgetting about my facial expressions while I'm getting my hands and head position right. That being said, self-portraits are getting a bit easier with each session. R6 Mark II 50mm 1.8, ISO 100, 2/50th of a second at 6.3. This is Stephen Bordeaux. Stephen Bordeaux. Bordeaux. I always say Boudreaux. It's Bordeaux. Stephen, well done, buddy. Facial expression. Is that something on your cheek there? You got something on your cheek here. I'm not sure if that's a mole, but I like this. It's the red light makes it feel a little bit like you're a bad guy. And I know you're a good guy. Understand that whenever it's like red light behind, the red kind of gel makes it feel like, ooh, I'm red and dark, which you're not. You know, you're light and optimistic. You could just pick another color or pick a neutral color. I know you were popping the red off the watch because you have a red Apple Watch and you're popping the red off that. So for that, it works. But again, I want you to think friendly and approachable, because again, the expression and your hand position, everything looks it looks a little placed, but still, Steve, it's usable. It's great. It's great. I mean, what am I going to say? It's great. The light placement is great. Yeah, really great use of two lights. I wouldn't mind seeing both your arms folded across, rather than one arm up here and one arm down. I would have just had both your arms, and then you can also play against your head when you have something like that to lean against. Then you can kind of, and also, like, I don't know, there's all kinds of different ways that and again, that's what we have to do when we're shooting, is play through all those vibes. But I think you did a really good job, Steve. You should be happy. This is an 11 for me. This is an 11 for me. Well done. Well done. Well done. You guys having a good time? I hope so. By the way, if you don't know me, I'm Carty. I've been a pro for 34 years. How many people are watching me and have never seen me before? If you're watching me and never seen me before, I think I have members only chat on, so you might not be able to chat unless you're a member. All right. Let's see what is next. Who's next for me? This is Tia Dunlap. Tia Dunlap. Tia says, hey, Carty crew. This is a self-portrait I took yesterday. It was a struggle for me because I did not use my typical photo shoot editing tools that I would previously use. Trying to take the advice of Steve and not use the blur tool, Lux, lighting presets, and other artificial tools. Hey, this is me applauding you. Those are all crutches that people use to dress up bad photography. To edit this picture, I just corrected the color and adjusted highlights and shadows. Perfect. R6, 50mm, ISO 200, 1/25th of a second, f13. Shot with Westcott strobes. This is the mighty Tia Dunlap. Tia, holy shit. And Tia, in you not doing any of that stuff, you made one of the cleanest pictures going. Clean, 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 clean. For me, what's missing here is like your camera. What's missing is like the hand on the hips. For me, I would almost rather maybe an arms crossed or both hands on the hips. When you have both hands on the hips, it really shows like I'm getting to business. You know what I mean? And it's like, for a man, you cross your arms. You know what I mean? Or better still, roll your sleeves up and then cross your arms. And it's like, I'm ready to get to work. So that's like the guy picture. For girls, it's more like you can put your hands on your hips. And also when you put your hands on your hips, if you put your hands on your hips higher, right where your waist is, because we have a tendency to put our hands on our hips, but we should put our hands on our waist because it tapers your waist narrower. So you can see your hand is just a little lower. Hike your hand up a little higher, put both your hands on your waist, turn yourself just a little 3/4, and now it looks like you're ready to get to business. But for me, Tia, this is unequivocally a yes. This is a yes. This is a yes. Great styling, great light. It's a clean background. You did this very well. And also, the no LUTs, no presets, no extra bullshit on top of your pictures is your future. Look at how clean this is. Tia, clean, 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 clean. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, this makes me happy. Oops, you can't see that yet. That makes me happy and brings me joy. That is Tia Dunlop. And by the way, Tia, if it wasn't clear, that's an 11 for me. That's an 11. You did very well, Tia. Very, 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 very well. Well done, Tia. Good job. All right. This is our next photographer. Her name is Anna Kaya. But before we get into Anna Kaya, Are you a photographer ready to go pro? Or maybe you're a working photographer struggling to sustain your business? My coaching programs are designed to meet you where you are and give you the guidance needed to move your needle forward. Whether you're looking for a focused 1-hour session to fix a specific challenge, or you need the type of ongoing support that 6 1-hour time slots would give you, I'm here to help you master the systems and build a career that you've been aiming for. By the way, if you book me for one of my ongoing coaching sessions, you pay for 5 sessions and you get 6. With over 34 years of professional experience, I guide you through the key aspects of creating a thriving photography business. Whether that's building a standout portfolio, or sharpening your brand, or even setting up systems that bring in clients consistently. First of all, I give you flexible coaching options. Choose a single 1-hour session to get some quick insights, or you can commit to 6 sessions for a full transformation. I can even walk you through my proven systems one-on-one. Whether you're looking to break into the industry or you're struggling to keep your business afloat, these sessions are personalized to focus on what will actually move the needle for you. You're going to get real-time expert guidance, and believe me, there is no one-size-fits-all advice. You're going to get actionable insights and hands-on support to address your unique challenges and unlock your full potential. You don't have to do this alone, eh? Let's work together to take your photography career to the next level. Whether that means finally going pro or creating a thriving, sustainable photography business. Visit thecartymethod.com/coaching to book your session today. Let's get to work. Let us get to work. So Anna Kaya is next. Anna says, Carty, here is me and my self-portrait submission. Shot with the 50mm ISO 250 1/60th of a second at 5.6. This is the mighty Anna Kaya. Anna winning the prize for Photographer of the Year in 2024. Anna, congratulations. Anna, I love this. This is a vibe. This is a vibe. I mean, you're using an old lens to look through. Obviously, you're using your new lens to shoot. I love it. This is a vibe. It's likable. It's a magazine cover. It's a magazine cover. You're wearing a shirt that says photographer. Funny enough, that's very close to what my new merch might look like. I love it. This is a vibe. And you know, the pinky out holding the lens, the little squint, the tousled hair. This is a yes for me, Anna. This is a yes all day. This is definitely a yes. What I'm going to do is hide that cover and show you this as an 8x10 and just, do you see how this photo also works as an 8x10 without losing any of the integrity of the photo? So this is a yes for me all over. Yes, Anna. Yes. Congratulations, Anna. This is another 11 for Anna. Well done. All right, Anna. Good shit, Anna. Again, what do I say? Focus is good, expression's good, exposure is good. Yes, Anna. All right. Anna Kaya, well done. This is Daniel. And again, this next wave of shooters are people who are in my accelerator currently. And again, the way that we do the order of these shows is I start with YouTube submission members, and then I move into people who are submitting for YouTube, but they're also in my accelerator. And you'll see the level of work kind of jump up. And then the last people are my cartel members, who are staff, people who are also in my programs, but they're excelling and so helpful, and I've made them staff. But they've also, all of my staff have been in my program for like longer than 6 months. So, yes, that was Anna Kaya, and this is Daniel Van Cleef. Daniel, another accelerator member. Daniel says, Mr. Carty, and the gang, keeping my head together. Hey, Roberto, thanks for subscribing. Keeping my head together for this self-portrait submission. I like taking self-portrait. It's good practice. This time with some strobe and a cloth to dim it. Look, I gave you a little toot of smoke for subscribing. I like taking self-portraits. It's good practice. This time with a strobe and a cloth to dim it. Self-portraits are the best, dude. I love taking self-portraits because I shoot all my thumbnails. I shoot so many self-portraits, like so many, And I have files and files and files of self-portraits, so I can use them for thumbs and all kinds of social pictures and stuff like that. So this is Daniel Van Cleef, shot with the Fuji X Pro 3 50mm crop sensor, ISO 200, 125th at f5. This is Daniel Van Cleef. Daniel. Yo, I love this pose, Daniel, so much. I love this pose so much. It's a little dark. It's just a touch dark. I'll call it a third of a stop, or maybe, and this is just overall. This is under. I'm going to call it under by a third to a half a stop. But I mean, other than that, the background is great. You are pretty much up on the background. Work on pulling yourself off the background just a touch. But framing wise, look at this as a cover. This is a yes. Like the fact that you're like on top, like it's so clever as far as how you're holding your head. Like it's such like a Man Ray, like Irving Penn style of pose. The jacket is great. The tattoo placement. Thanks for tattooing yourself in that exact spot just for this photo. Very dope. And then seeing this as an 8x10, you can see as an 8x10, you have a couple of different ways that you can crop it. You can drop your head like at the third level, or you can put your head more at the half of the frame level, so you're dominating the top and the bottom hand and less of the jacket. There's a couple of different ways that you can crop this, which makes it really good for me. Again, as a cover, super, super strong. Overall, this is a yes. I'm giving this an 11. And this is why the self-portraits for me are one of my favorite shows to do, one of my favorite assignments to give you. And I give them to you strategically. So self-portrait, really, really great. I just want to see an adjusted exposure on this one, just to touch up. And also this was another one that would work really well as black and white. Worse in color, but would work very well in black and white. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Feeling me? You feeling me? I hope so. All right, let's get into our next shooter is David Holmes. David says, first self-portrait of 2025. I created this at my office where I perform clinical massage therapy. I was energized to create this because one of my patient's daughters is a young aspiring artist. I want to mentor our youth with art to keep them on a straight path. Shot the 5D Mark III EF 50mm 1.8 ISO 400 200th of a second f9. Shot with the umbrella self-box with a diffuser and grid about 45 degrees camera left. This is David Holmes. David. This is so likable, David. So likable. The color balance is a little off though. The color balance is off. I'm imagining that this is a gray background back here. I'm imagining that that's gray, but it's actually reading gray-green. Yes or yes. I'm imagining that this is a black shirt, but it's also reading green. And if you look at my black and then your black, if you look at my black and then look at your black, you can see that it's not quite neutral. If you look at my white wall, although I do have a little bit of pink gel hitting it because of the neon, it's a little bit more neutral. If you look at my gray, it's neutral. So color balance is the biggest factor with this picture, but that's the only thing I have an issue with. That's the only thing I have an issue with is proud. It's like you're saying it with your chest with this picture. It's like as a cover, your eye line is strong. We could duck your hair a little bit in front of the masthead here. We could do that. We could just put your hair a little bit in front of the masthead. That's no problem. But for me, the focus is dope. I mean, also you're a little bit on a 3/4. You could turn a little bit more straight onto camera, makes you a little bit more dominating. This as an 8x10 works as well. It's very proud. It's just the pose on the 3/4 is a little bit like high school yearbook kind of picture, which is why I'm always like trying to get people to square up rather than be on the 3/4. Like to the lens, we go like this to the lens, you square up. But as soon as you start to be like, it starts to feel a little high school, or portrait studio-ish. So that's the one thing that we're working on. I'm always trying to say, square up. It's always this rather than, it just, again, small thing, especially with guys, because we want to see how square our shoulders are. You know what I mean? And then the head angle, and it's real, like squared up. Again, just something to always practice. But I love it, David. This is a yes for me. And fix the color balance for me. Fix the color balance. Make sure that this is neutral. All you need to do is take the white balance dropper and touch here. Hit the white balance dropper and touch here, and your whole picture is gonna, and the green, that green's gonna come out of your skin, because this is white balance issue. And again, you're not trying to match the color balance. You're just using a neutral thing, which is this background, and killing it. Good job, though. Good job. This is an 11 for me, if I didn't say that already. It's an 11. By the way, if you guys are interested in following me on social media, I am on Instagram. You can follow me at Steve Carty on there. That's the place that I'm, other than YouTube, Instagram is the place that I'm most active. Although I'm going to be more active on LinkedIn than anywhere else. As far as the Carty Method Instagram, the Carty Method Instagram is the pop. This is where you get to see these photos. The photos here that win Photo of the Week, they go on the Instagram. So if you're a submitter, you have to, we're trying to get to 1,000 followers on the Carty Method Instagram account. Amond runs that account, or actually it's Joseph Baldwin. Joseph runs the Instagram account. Amond runs the shorts. Yeah, it's so hard because I have so many amazing people who help me. But Vicky used to do the Instagram, but now Joseph is taking it over. So Joseph has taken it over now for a couple of weeks. So Joseph is rocking the Instagram. Make sure you are following the Carty Method on Instagram. Do that for me. Do that right now and follow me while you're at it. Our next shooter is Doyle Daniels. Doyle says, hello, Carty and crew. I just wanted to share the excitement we all feel when we get to look at all the photos at the end of a shoot. Shot with a Z8, 85mm 1.8, ISO 800. If you guys don't know what a Z8 is, it's a Nikon Z8. I'm just saying because, you should know. If I say A7R, it's a Sony. And if I say R5, it's a Canon. And if I say Z8, it's a Nikon. And if I say a D850, it's a Nikon. Like, you got to know the brands, yo. So Z8, 85mm 1.8 S, ISO 800, 160th of a second f11. Shot with a newer light at 200 watt seconds with a silver reflector. This is Doyle Daniels. Doyle, this is hilarious, dude. I love it. The smoke, the phone, the dinosaurs, the propping. I mean, the one prop I think that doesn't need to be here is this white thing right here. That for me is the only thing that doesn't need to be here, is this white area. I would definitely take that away, because it's the brightest thing in the scene. So I go here before I go here to this expression. So, and then I lose the camera. Oops. I'm losing the camera in between. I'm losing the camera in here. So for me, like, that's the only issue, is this. Whenever there's something super bright in our frame or white, our eye will go there first. And in putting this there, we're losing this, and we're kind of losing this, and we're losing the camera, and we're losing this. And we're also not seeing this fast enough. So there's a little bit of over propping in the foreground for me. Let's see your framing as a cover. It works for me as a cover. Let's look at this as an 8x10. As an 8x10, you can see now there's a lot of stuff that kind of gets cropped out. Your phone kind of gets cropped out unless we pull this frame down here, but then it's weird across your forehead. So we kind of got to go up here. Just the way that the hoodie is breaking across your head as well isn't right. Here, I would have that pulled down a little bit more. It's giving you too much forehead. These are all small details, but big enough details for me to mention them because I see all of this stuff in photos, and you guys should too. The depth background is good. The light is good. It's a little blue. Although it might be neutral. It needs just a little bit more warm. possibly. But overall for me, this is a good attempt. It's a good attempt, Doyle. I just feel like there's too many props in the foreground. I actually, when you really think of it, all of these props, that could go, this could go, and your phone could go. And you just leave the smoke machine, and then we actually see your hands holding the camera, and then the camera makes sense, and the expression makes sense. It really just looks like you're playing with your toys, and then you looked at a camera. So that for me is like, you don't need to have those props in there. And I don't know what this is. Is this a sweater? Is this your kid's t-shirt or something I don't know what that is. Again, it's just for me a couple of things that are making it so. There's a couple of things that are making it so it's a little distracting. So small, but things to definitely think of the next time you shoot. You too. Thanks for being here, and thank you for being my oldest members. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being my oldest members. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. Just trying to be funny, Just trying to have some fun here. And by the way, I produced this show on my own. All these glitches and all this stuff that you're seeing, I programmed all of this stuff, and I'm in my 50s. So, hey, Snacker Garage, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. I produced this whole thing on my own, and figured out how to program this whole thing. I can show you a little bit about what my set looks like. You want to see what I see? So let's give you a little behind the scenes as what I see. This is what I see, my cameras, and then I have a teleprompter up here, which is showing me chat. But then I also have chat here. This is the program that I use that controls this whole thing. It's called OBS. Desk. This is my guardian angel. Desk. And stream control. Camera control. I change cameras here. Camera 1, camera 2. And then more stream control. Watch. Taylor. Watch Matrix. So watch Smoke. So this is stream control, and then this is the monitor that I look at your photos on. I have a dual monitor set up. You can say dual 4Ks. Obviously behind this teleprompter is a camera. That's the Canon R50, and then this is my second Canon R50. We got both of them in cages. This is the Elgato prompter, which is actually a monitor. It's also a monitor more so than a prompter. And I run the whole thing on the M4 Mac Mini Pro. Pretty good with the cable management. It's hard with these cables because these are like HDMI cables and stuff. I'm pretty good with the cable management underneath though. Although there's just one cable that I got to tuck under. Yeah, I'm going to fix that right away. And back to this. All right, let us get into our next shooter. This is the mighty Joshua Haney. Joshua says, self-portrait for consideration for my website and outward reach. Shot with the R6 85mm f2, ISO 200, f11, 125th. Shot with a single strobe with a snoot. Interesting. Let's see what the mighty Joshua Haney's got for us. Joshua, I like this a lot, Joshua. This is so likable, and you're so likable, smile-wise. I want you to watch the shadow highlights. It feels like you pulled the shadow detail up, like just a little bit, because you're doing a one light setup, which I can tell in the hair that the shadows are really pushed up because it looks like almost unrealistic. So just watch your shadow detail. Other than that, it's very good. You can do a little bit of skin retouching and like just get in there and fix a lot of that stuff. It's easy. You just use the patch tool or the healing brush. Again, if you're not sure how to do skin retouching, I can definitely, myself, Nick, somebody in the crew can definitely help you. But this for me, Joshua, is a yes. This is a yes. Look at this as a cover. strong, great composition. And again, it's likable. You're using a dark background. The dark background pops off the black t-shirt, so that works. Like, you can see you're doing opposite day of what I'm doing. I have the solid here and then the black popping off here. Like, you're using the background to pop off the black. Like, really strong, really strong. Yeah, this is an 11 for me. Just look at this as an 8x10. Also works. There's like, you don't lose anything in the 8x10. Great picture for social. This is an 11 all day for me. An 11 all day. All day. Well done. Oh, well done. Like, just, yeah. Like, this is just a yeah. Just make sure that you just pull back the shadow like it's shadow detail. Just pull that back until you get a little bit more blackness in here. I know you're going to lose a little bit of detail in here, but then just keep in mind the next time you're shooting, know that like that snoot is going to give you a certain light quality that a softbox does not. And part of that is like, it's not giving you a lot of light and it's not giving you a lot of spread. Try, instead of a snoot, just raw light with a grid. I do that a lot. I don't snoot it. I use a reflector, like a 8-inch or a 7-inch reflector, and then a 10 degree, 20 degree, or 30 degree spot. But this is really well done. Really well done. By the way, if you want to submit, right now you can go to, I mean, not like I'm looking at your photo right now, but if you want to join my whole submission system, right now the link is thecartymethod.com/YouTube submissions. But we are changing, I guess, the name of my YouTube submission systems, because it's just way more than just photo reviews. It's really like a system for building a portfolio. It's a system for helping you make industry standard photos. Like, it's just way more than just me looking at your photos. You know what I mean? So we're going to package it appropriately and make this next round of promotion for signing up for photo reviews really, really valid. And I'm sure I'll keep the link the same, but yeah, it just might be called something different. All right, guys, that was Joshua Haney. We are working on developing all of my systems to always like just be doing some. And again, there's nothing like this on YouTube, eh? There's nothing like this on YouTube. Just remember, I'm a photographer first before a YouTuber. I was a photographer first. And I mean, still a photographer. What are you talking about? Was still a photographer. Yeah. All right. This is Mike Morrison. Mike says Sony A7R5 with a 24-70 GM with a 50 millimeter or at 50 millimeter, ISO 50, 1/90th of a second f16. This is Mike Morrison. Mike, this is unequivocal, undeniable. This is a banger. I want you to watch your processing though. This has a little feeling of like too much texture. Like if you use the texture slider, you see what's happening in here? How I'm actually seeing like the hairs on the edge of your nose. Like what's happening is you're using too much of that texture clarity. Like what it's doing is it's bringing us into this unrealistic kind of a feeling where the photograph looks more real than reality. And it's because you're increasing texture. Now with skin, that makes it so it's putting texture on every single pore. Now I'm not saying to go the opposite way, which is push the clarity or the texture slider the other way. I'm saying just don't touch it. Like just leave that relatively neutral if that is in fact what you're doing, which I think it is. Because even with that back to neutral, this is like back to neutral. This is still an incredibly sharp, perfect photo. This is an 11 for me, Mike. Like this is a banger. I do need eye contact from you at some point. The looking off, I'm not sure why the looking off. Eye contact is what pulls clients in. eye contact is what pulls clients in. They want to see, like, when you're having a conversation with somebody, you're not going to be like, looking off to the side. You're going to be looking at them, and that's what pulls people in and makes them want to contact you. So you really do need to work on the eye contact. It makes a huge difference. I like it though. This is a yes for me, Mike. This is a yes for me. Well done. Well done. That's Mike Morrison. Again, we're looking at all people who are in my accelerator. This is Samuel Salling. Samuel says, doing a kind face for clients. Glad to be back in the game. A7 4 50 millimeter 1.4 ISO 100 f11 1/25th of a second. 2 strobes in the front with a softbox and a touch from the back side. This is Samuel Salling. Samuel looking all professional. Even glasses, this guy. This is a yes for me. I mean, for me, the button down makes it look a little bit more like a business portrait and it looks less like a photographer's business profile picture. I mean, it is a very competent headshot. You're looking up and to the left instead of looking at the eye. It's like, are you looking at, because the screen is vertical and then you have the screen flipped out, you're looking at the screen up here instead of looking at the lens right there, which is very noticeable. It's eye contact that we need. Technically, this is perfect, but you lost me here, my guy, on this, like, this Oxford shirt is just no, please no. Like, not for this photographer, this creative dynamo that you're building. I'm not. And then that shirt with the glasses means now you're going to bust into my studio and do my accounting. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't feel like this is the creative who makes all those amazing photos. You're making yourself into a character by glasses and collared Oxford. You know what I mean? It's too much like a corporate headshot, and that's not the kind of picture that we're trying to make. So for me, cool shot, wrong application. It's the wrong application and it's the wrong styling. I mean, it's a banging picture. It's just not the right picture for this purpose, is what I'm saying. Does that make sense? It's not the right picture for this purpose. I want you to see a couple of crops. I want you to see this as a cover. And again, you can see how his eye contact, Samuel, your eye contact, you can see how you are looking above the camera. You're looking at that screen and it's like it's a disconnection. You're not connected with the viewer. Like, the viewer sees you, but you don't see them. You're aware of them, but you're not looking at them, which makes people feel not seen. So all of that, like, minutia that's hidden underneath the importance of eye contact and also the right outfit. Like, again, the collar shirt is not what someone's expecting when they hire a photographer, unless you're shooting weddings. And then it would be, you better get a Armani suit and something that looks like super slick and the right shoes, so you're not wearing some tip-top tailor suit from 20 years ago. But again, yeah, this is, for me, great picture, wrong styling. And the wrong styling makes it so it's almost like you can't use it, because I don't relate to this person. I can't relate to this person, and I can't trust him to make photos. I can trust him to do my accounting. Even my accountant's a G. So it's like, even accountants dress cool nowadays. Yeah, so I hope that helps you, Samuel. For me, it's the wrong message with the shirt, and it's just too prim. All right, this is So listen, I am about to, what are we gonna do right now? I should play a spot, but before I do that, I am going to talk about this next group of people who I am about to look at. We are about to look at my cartel members. And my cartel members are the people who help me make this whole thing work. They literally are the ones who are the glue in the community. They're the glue on YouTube. They're the glue in my comments. They're the glue in the Carty method that makes this thing work. We're going to start with Amond Thompson. Amond says, I wanted to practice shooting eyeglass wear. Figured this was perfect timing as I just got new glasses. New year, new look, onwards and upwards. Fuji X-T5, 90mm f2, 125, 250 to the second f4, 3 strobes, feathered beauty dish, spot with gel and grid, and rim with grid. Also white reflector. This is Amond Thompson. Amond. It's a different look for you, my guy. I like it. I definitely like it. You have that dominant eye the same way that I do. Like your left eye is dominant. Your right eye is a little squinty. That for me, I notice right away. But the light's great. Your exposure is just a touch high. Exposure here is up. I'll call this. This is plus 0.2 of a stop, 20%. So drop this down just by, again, it's close though, Emin. It's so close, it might even just be 10%. So just drop this by like 10%. The highlight here is beautiful. Good like highlight where this highlight, this is plus 1/3. This is plus 1/3 over. So you can see it reads as a highlight, but you don't lose detail. So it reads as a highlight, but you don't lose detail. You can see this back here. Oops. This back here, this reads as a highlight, but you don't lose detail. And in fact, the highlight down here is normal at the same exposure as it is up here, but the highlight up here is brighter. This is plus 1/3. Yeah, that says nothing. Plus 1/3. And this is a yes for me. Yes. Very well shot, very well executed. Look at it as a cover, strong, confident, likable, approachable. And look at this as an 8x10. And as an 8x10, you can punch it just like this, or you can pull it down just a little bit to cut Dean on his hair to show just the bottom of that t-shirt line. And the t-shirt says creative. It's clean, 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 clean. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 Ammon. Well done. This is a yes for me. Yes, 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 yes. Are you ready to create work that clients will pay for, but you don't know where to start? If you're serious about improving your photography and building a business, my photo reviews are exactly what you need. Here's how it works. Tuesdays, portfolio review day. Submit one image from your portfolio and I'll give you detailed, no fluff feedback on whether it's strong enough to attract paying clients. Perfect for building a portfolio that stands out. Thursdays, assignment review day. Every week I reveal a new photography assignment. You'll have 6 days to complete it, submit your work, and you'll get live feedback from me on Thursday's show. Here's a bonus for live viewers. Stick around to the end of Tuesday's portfolio review show and I'll spin the assignment wheel of destiny. That reveals Thursday's brief 2 days early. This gives you extra time to plan and create something truly special. Here's what you get. Access to my mentorship community. Your submission fee gives you access to my Carty Method mentorship community. You get to connect with photographers at all levels, exchange ideas, and grow together in a supportive space. You also get submission folder access. After each show, you'll get access to join the assignments that actually interest you, and you can submit your work for live feedback. This isn't just about critiquing your photos. It's about giving you practical advice and insights from my 34 years of professional photography to help you grow and succeed. If you're ready to step up your game and create work that actually matters, this is your chance. Visit thecartymethod.com/YouTube submissions to submit your work and join the live shows. Let's make your pictures matter. So Joseph Baldwin says, hey family, I'm excited. I'm excited to share this self-portrait with you. I kept it minimal to focus on the essence. Love to hear your feedback. Shot with the EOS R 50mm, ISO 400, 1/60th of a second with a f8 lens. I have dry lips. All right. Are they no longer dry? All right, good. All right. Shot with ISO 400, 60th of a second at f8, Godox MS300, paired with a 36-inch modifier with grid, and using a reflector, white reflector, to bounce the side light. This is Joseph Baldwin, everybody. Joseph. This is a vibe, Joseph. This is a vibe. It's a little bit high on the contrast, and it's just a touch dark, but you're onto something here. You're definitely onto something here. Make sure that you're not using the clarity and sliding the clarity too much, because that actually gives us like too much detail. You can see when I bring your skin tone up here a little bit, it's just a touch gray, which means for me the exposure is a little low. It needs to come up a little bit more so your skin glows a little bit. And also in here in the shadow detail, you can see that this isn't quite black. It's actually gray, which is underexposure, which means like the exposure is kind of not ideal here, which is why I'm saying it's underexposed by like a touch. But it's framed great. Like it really works as a cover, as you can see here. It really works as an 8x10, as you can see here. Let me just push this up just a little bit. Really works as an 8x10. So Joseph, this is a yes for me. Like this is a yes. It's dope. You just have to tweak the exposure just a little bit. I love the vibe. I love the approachability. Don't forget, you're a friendly guy. Don't forget, these are the people who are seeing this picture of you are going to be paying you. So friendly, approachable, likable. You did good. This is a great one, kid. Good shit. This is Joseph Baldwin. I'm giving you an 11 for that one, my guy. Well done. Well done. Well done. Again, the cartel members. And the cartel members, you know, it's like I'm harder on them too. You know what I mean? Because like my expectations, like the people who are in my cartel, those are the ones that other people look to for guidance. You know, beyond looking at me for guidance, they look to my cartel for guidance. So this is calligraphy. METHOD, Method Man, Z8, 85mm, 100 ISO, F8, 200th of a second. This is the mighty calligraphy. Calligraphy. Vibes, vibes, vibes. We talked about, I think you did this session before. I like this picture a little bit better than the other one because, I mean, not only are you wearing the same hoodie that I'm wearing right now, which is kind of dope, but it's just, we talked about the expression. We need to work that friendliness in there. Let's look at this as a cover. You can see your head's just a little high in the masthead. It's just a touch high up in the masthead. I feel like your head should be a little bit lower. And if we look at this as an 8x10, we can see as an 8x10, we're losing, if we go up here to where you have it cropped on the top, we're losing all your arms on the bottom, which I don't mind. I don't mind that 8x10 crop. I just want to make sure that we work on just a little bit more of this when it comes to approachability. And hey, I'm the guy that takes the pictures. You just got to turn this frown upside down. That's all. And I know that this is your natural, this is just the natural vibe that you bring. It's like, hey dude, I'm not like, but you are a smiley guy, and you are like, just at least make your face like neutral positive rather than looking like you're upset. There's also some lines that are happening back here. I'm not sure what these shadow lines are. I'm not sure if this is in the background, but you see these vertical lines that are happening up here. It's not happening on that side. So I'm wondering what that is. Other than those small things, like I like this picture calligraphy. I like the gray on gray. I like the styling, the dreads, everything, like the way that you styled yourself. I just need you to be thinking, what would your face look like if you were going to make $250,000 next year? What would your face look like if you were making $250,000 this year? You'd be a little bit more up, like, let's keep it going. You know what I mean? So I want you to be thinking about that stuff, not thinking about the things in your life that are weighing on you. You got to remove that stuff when you're in front of the camera, because I can see in this picture that
you have things on your mind that are weighing on you. And you're doing the work despite that, but it's showing in your face. So when you're trying to put out professional pictures, you have to figure out a way to mask that a lot, you know? It's important, my guy. But, you know, it's again, and I think that this is the same session from last time where we called you on your upside down frown. But yeah, dude, you're a handsome guy. I just want to see a bit of a smile. And talk to me about this, what that is back there and how we can fix it. Guys, that's Calligraphy Ridgely. Well done, Calligraphy. Thank you, my guy. This is Stymats. Michael said, I tried to capture me as I see me, no retouching, just me as I am. R8, 50 millimeter, 1.8, ISO 100, 7.1, a 30th of a second. Shot with a speed light with a little square diffuser, and 2 makeshift reflectors. This is Michael Stymats. Mike, let's get it on. Like, this is a vibe. Definitely. I like the vibe. The reflector underneath is almost too much because you said you used foil. I would say use something white because you're using something silver. You can see from the catch lights in your eyes that the tone of the speed light is actually almost the same brightness as the light that's bouncing up from the bottom. So that ends up giving you like almost too flat a light. But again, I'm not having much of an issue with that. I see the background. I see these pieces of fabric back here. So if you're going to do this, you have to kind of go in and make sure that you darken that background, which gets really hard to do around here. But if you have a piece of background that's black, but not velveteen or velvet, it's going to show up. So you have to move that way further back in order for you to not show that. Or you have to snoot your flash or grid your flash in such a way that it doesn't spill onto the background. All in all, Mike, this is a photo. Like I really do like it. The exposure here, I would call this plus a third. So the exposure in your skin is over. The exposure down here is over. A lot of that exposure is happening because of this secondary reflector down here being silver. So if that reflector was white, you're going to get half the pushback. Because it's silver, you're getting almost like a second source. And then the reflectors that you have happening in the background, I don't really see them quite as much. Yeah, for me, it's just the darkening of the background because I do see these lines and wrinkles too much in the background and the exposure. Everything else about this picture works, Mike, especially the crop. The crop definitely works. 8x10. You can see if this was an 8x10, the 8x10 works no problem. So framing wise, like you have that on lock. It's just the exposure. And if I was to do this again, I would not use silver. I would just use, like you can use white paper on a clipboard if you're using makeshift stuff. Hope that helps you. This is the mighty Mike Stymats. I like it, Mike. I like it. And matter of fact, I'm going to give you an 11 on this one. I'm going to give it an 11 on that one. Good shit. That's Mike Stymats. We are getting into the last couple photos of the day. Nick Johnson. In before the deadline. I had to wait to get to my barber, so this would look more like a headshot than a mugshot. Took the opportunity to update my own headshot a full day ahead of schedule. Basically, he updated his own headshot, and then the next day, he did full headshot day with clients. Shot with the R5 Mark II, 24-70 2.8, ISO 100, f8 at a 200th of a second. 3-foot octa camera left, 2-foot octa kicker right, 30-degree grid behind my back. All Godox 8300s. This is Nick Johnson, everybody. Nick. This is likable, Nick. This is very likable. Very styled. Very likable. And again, like this is so your style. Let's look at this as a cover. Again, very likable, very likable. As an 8x10, cutting even the top of the hat off is fine. Showing the full hat is also fine. This is a yes for me, Nick Johnson. This just works, bro. It just works. And again, the styling, it's not overstyled, but it's professional, and also it is your personality. Like this is your vibe. You got a haircut, but then you're wearing a hat over it. Here, I'm thinking that I'm going to see your fresh haircut. Well done. This is a good one, my guy. Well done. This is an 11 for me. That is Nicholas Johnson. Nick, well done, guy. Good shit. Nick. All right. And our last shot of the day goes to Sean Thomas. Sean says, good day, Carty and crew. Blessings to all. Here's my self-portrait taken in my home, highlighting some Carty merch. Settings due to not having proper lighting equipment yet. Is this a new profile pic? Like, you tell me. Show out the EOS R with a 50 ISO 108th of a second at 5.6. The living room floor lamp is the key light with an LED panel light as the kicker and 2 LED floor lamps for background colors. Sean's doing some makeshift here. Guys, this is Sean Thomas. Sean, even with the makeshift, my guy, you made this work. Even with the makeshift, you made this work. I wouldn't know that you're using non-photography lights for the foreground and or the background. The head angle, I don't mind. It's like, it's confident. Seeing you with like a fresh cut is also like so funny. I like this, my guy. This is a vibe. Let's look at this as a cover. It's strong, dude. This is a strong portrait. And again, you're a car photographer, but you can shoot portraits. You can shoot portraits. You can shoot them well. Exposure's good. Sharpness is good. Let's hide that cover and look at this as an 810. You can see even as an 8x10, even including my logo and not losing my logo, we get a nice 8x10 here. So you're framing, despite not being a portrait photographer, being a car photographer, you're still listening to every single thing that I say as far as your composition and following all the rules. So this makes me happy, Sean. This brings me joy. And for that reason, I'm giving you the applause and I'm giving you an 11 for this photo because you get it. And this works. This works, and it's a great self-portrait that you should use right away. Absolutely well done. Well done, well done, well done. So, guys, after, this is what we do. After I've reviewed all the photos, I need to tell you what the photos of the week are. That's what I need to do. Okay, we're going to zoom back right now while I choose the photos of the week. We're going to zoom back to a time when I had less gray in my beard.
Treat everybody like a superstar. Famous people less like a superstar. I treat famous people like real people. I started as a photographer, I would say professionally, when I was 20. My brother's a fine art painter, heavy influence on me, and I couldn't paint, so when I discovered the camera, it was really easy for me to express myself creatively. Everybody's in the business of glorifying celebrities, so capturing them, it's already glorifying them by photographing them. So if I can get them a little bit more understated, I feel like it brings up the real. In 1997, I shot Tom York from Radiohead, most important picture of my career. In 2001, I shot Pharrell Williams for Peace magazine. Again, very important picture. Colin Firth, a week before he won his Oscar, career moving pictures where that picture propels a whole new wave of clients, a whole new wave of people looking at my work. I think pivotal career-changing pictures are more important than favorite pictures, because they're all my favorite. The whole idea is make good stuff and share it and do it every day.
So photos of the week are really important. And the thing that you guys need to know is photos of the week wins put you in qualification
for photos of the year. Like in order to win or be even a part of the show, in order to be a part of the photo of the year show, you have to have won photo of the week. Guys, this week's photos of the week. Let's get into the winners. Our first, I want to make sure that I got the names straight because we got a bunch of new submitters. Our first photo of the week winner goes to Chris Foster. Chris, photo of the week on your first submission, my guy. Congratulations to Chris winning photo of the week. Congratulations. Well done, Chris. Our next photo of the week winner goes to Marco Nueves. Marco, photo of the week with this, my guy. Well done. Photo of the week. This is Carty approved and well done. That is Marco Nueves. Photo of the week, Marco. Congratulations. Photos of the week. Our next photo of the week goes to the mighty Mats Carlson. For this photo right here, Mats Carlson. Photo of the week, buddy. Well done. Well done. Photo of the week for Mats Carlson. Mats. Our next photo of the week. Very proud of this photographer. Photo of the week going to Monica Petrovsky. Monica, photo of the week. Monica, well done. Very well done photo, Monica. Congratulations. Photo of the week for Monica. Next photo of the week. Our next photo of the week. Oh my God, it's 1995. Our next photo of the week goes to Rafael Ortiz. Rafael, photo of the week, buddy. Well done. Well done. It's a photo of the week for me, right there. Well done, Raf. Well done. Photo of the week, Rafael Ortiz. Well done. Well done. Our next photo of the week, and again, new submitters. New submitters are coming in hot. Photo of the week. This one's going to Tia Dunlop. Tia, photo of the week, girl. Well done. Welcome to the crew. Well done, Tia. Congratulations. Very proud of you. Tia Dunlop with the photo of the week right there. Well done, Tia. Another photo of the week. This photographer collects photos of the week like she collects cameras. This one. This is Anna Kaya. Anna, another. Anna just keeps crushing it. Anna, another photo of the week. Anna, 2024's photo of the year with the most photos of the week won over everybody. Everybody. And also the most photos submitted. Anna kills it, and her consistency, it's up here, yo. It's up here, literally. Yeah, why did my lights go pink? My lights went pink because somebody stopped me. Somebody did something. Well done, well done, well done. All right, our next photo of the week. Oh yeah, this one. How can we forget this guy? Photo of the week goes to Daniel Van Cleef for this photo right Daniel, photo of the week, my guy. Very, very well done. Photo of the week. This is approved. This is Carty approved. Very well done. Somebody just became a member? Is that what happened? How did I miss that? Oh no, Sean re-upped. Yeah, we got that. We got that. All right. Our next, I gotta change my camera here. Photo of the week. Photo of the week. Photo of the week. Next photo of the week goes to David Holmes. David with this photo right here, buddy. Photo of the week, my guy. Very good. Very proud. Very good. Very good. Very proud of you, my guy. You should be thrilled. Photo of the week for you. You should be thrilled. You should be thrilled. That is the mighty David Holmes. David. Well done, buddy. David. Who else? Who else are we giving these photos of the week to? Because, you know, they're not... Crikey. I got to do it. Listen, if it's good, if it's usable, it's like, listen, guy, next. Next, this is Joshua Haney with a photo of the week. Joshua, this is a yes. This is a yes. It's a yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It's so likable, dude. I've never met you in person, but seeing this picture makes me want to hug you. So likable. Joshua. And again, this one. This killed. Again, I was a bit hard on you, but this is a killer picture. Killer. Guy. Photo of the week goes to Mike Morrison with this picture right here. Mike Morrison, that's a photo of the week. Yep. That's a photo of the week. Uh-huh. Well done, Mike Morrison. Very well done. Very well done, Mike Morrison. Photo of the week, buddy. Photo of the week. Again, it's fun for me. It's fun for me to do this with you guys because the work gets so good. You guys are getting so good. So good. And again, I now have to get really a little bit scrutinous. A little bit more scrutinous with these guys because these are the cartel. Guy, photo of the week. We're giving this to Joseph Baldwin. Whoa, Joseph with this picture right here. Sorry, it says best in show. I got my fingers mixed up there. I'm going to do like this. Photo of the week is underneath that one. Watch. Photo of the week. There you go. Here you go. Photo of the week. Joseph. Photo of the week. Photo of the week. Well done, Joseph. All right. Are there more? Are there more? I do believe I have 2 more photos of the week. Dos more. First one goes to Nicholas Johnson. Nick, well done, buddy. That's a photo of the week. That's a photo of the week. Well done. Nick Johnson, photo of the week. Nice and clean. And our last and final photo of the week goes to Sean Thomas with this right here. Not bad for a car photographer, yeah? Sean Thomas, photo of the week, my guy. Congratulations. Guys, those are your photos of the week. Now, was there a single photo that, for me, is worthy of best in show? Is there a single photo that is worthy? Like, could I pick one for best in show? Is that possible for me to pick? Again, those are all photos of the week. All of them. But this is really hard. There's so many. There's almost too many good ones to give best in show. There's almost too many good ones. But I'm going to try. These are now on another stratosphere. These are, for me, the best in show. Starting with Mats Carlson. Mats. This is best in show. Mats, congratulations. Got a couple others that are like, when I compare them to the rest, I have a couple others that are just mental. This is really hard, man. This is really hard. Second best in show goes to Tia Dunlap. Tia, best in show. Congratulations, Tia. It's just phenomenal. Congratulations. You're onto something with the no filters. You're onto something with the no filters. Best in show. Anna Kaya. Anna, you just don't miss. This girl, her consistency is insane. Insane. Well done. Well done. And again, we are looking for insanity. I'm truly looking for insanity. I think I have two more. Best in show. David Holmes. Congratulations, David. So good. So good. So good. And there's one last shooter that I am going to give best in show. One last one. Guys, your last and final best in show is Sean Thomas. Sean, well done, buddy. Well done. Using lights that are existing, just come on. Come on. You did so well, my guy. I'm proud of you. Guys, those are your photos of the week, and of the photos of the week, my best in show. Know this, that I'm proud of everybody who won photo of the week. I'm proud of you for submitting. Understand that to even submit your photos and to have your photos looked at and scrutinized live in front of a studio audience is a lot, and I appreciate everyone who done that. Thank you. You guys probably want to know what your assignment is next week. If you are on it, you, number one, are on my newsletter. So you got my blog post on Saturday that says creativity loves a deadline. And then Sunday, I did an episode called Creativity Loves a Deadline, where I talked about the world's best brief, 3 words from Nike, just do it. And how that brief from Nike changed a generation and has shaped a brand into well beyond a household name. It's the number one most powerful brand in the world. So the goal is for this week's assignment for you, based on those 3 words, Nike's preparing for their next campaign. And I want you to know that Nike is preparing for their next campaign, and they are looking for a hero, a lead image that embodies the brand's just do it spirit. So I'm asking you to create a final image that feels aspirational while remaining authentic to the spirit of Nike, to the spirit of sport, and to the spirit of athletic achievement. I want you to be thinking about magazine covers, billboards, and a double-page spread. And I want you to think, I will accept verticals or horizontals, but I want you to be thinking, if it's a vertical, you're shooting a magazine covered, you're shooting a Subway transparency. Like if it's horizontal, you can do a center focused horizontal if you're shooting a billboard for me. And I want you to be thinking about double page spreads. And it's like, oh, I don't have Nikes. It's like, okay, well, go to the store, buy a pair of Nikes and shoot them for this. It's for your portfolio. Like, the things that you should be doing are usually hard. The things that you shouldn't be doing are usually easy. Doing things that are hard make you feel joy. Not doing things that are hard and choosing a life of doing things that are easy makes you feel sad and unfulfilled. So, if you are a people photographer, I want you to think about capturing an athlete or an everyday person in dynamic motion. I want you to ensure that the apparel or the hat or the shoe or the sweatband or the t-shirt, the logo is part of the photo. We're trying to ensure that the apparel matches the image's message. If you shoot places, I want you to document urban training environments or iconic sports venues. This isn't you wearing a fucking button down, wearing a Nike hat and calling that just do it. You're not doing anything. And also it's image wise, it's not like you don't wear a button down with a Nike hat. It's tacky. It's like, I want you to be thinking about style and advertising. If you shoot places, I want you to be documenting urban training environments or iconic sports venues where athletes hang out and do shit. I want you to include the brand creatively. It could be you holding a shoe up, like make it something special. You're holding a Nike. You're saying, just do, like, make it something special. I got a wall of Nikes you can choose from here. Just pick a pair. Now, if you shoot things, if you are a product photographer, if you shoot things, I want you to be thinking about how you can showcase Nike products in an authentic action type scenario. I've shot for Nike. I've shot for Nike twice. And the work that I show for Nike, I mean, I should put the world junior hockey players on my website. But like, I show something very different for Nike. The work that I show, that I've done for Nike. My work is very different for Nike. So I want you to be thinking about how you can do something very different for Nike. Yes or yes. And again, if you look at my website, like, you see how I highlight the Nike brand in so many different ways. I make this shit cool. So this is what you need to be thinking about, is how can you, if you shoot streetwear, how can you make something with, I mean, let's just scroll through and see the instances that you can find of Nikes on my website already. Like, it's just something that, and I mean, I have so much work that's not on this site that showcases Nike, but it's something that you should be aware of, like the brands. Like, this is Canada Goose. Sile, which is like a marathon brand. Numero 00. Nike, right here. Air Force Ones, white on white. Let me hide this. So, like, we can be using these kinds of, like, and shot in a lifestyle way. Like, there's all kinds of ways that we can be using Nike to be producing work that is absolutely magical. George Strombolopoulos with some original 80s Jordan 1s. Like, we can go far with this. And again, you can also do it within your style, within your visual signature. You can. It is possible. Do I have any other examples of Nikes? What I want you to notice from my work is authentic. Like, this is the same guy that I shot earlier with a different pair of Nikes. So you can see, you can work this into your own work in a very clever way. It is possible. You can do it. I just want you to swing for the fences, and I want you to be thinking about those 3 words, just do it. And it's due for Wednesday midnight. Submitted to the submission folder, which you'll find in the community. We're making some big changes to this community. I have the best photography community of emerging pros or actual pros in the industry, like the best community going. I'm about to blow this community up this year. I want you to be a part of it. Now is probably the time to join, because it will not be this price pretty much for very much longer. It's $10 a month right now, but it does not include photo reviews. Very soon, access to my community will include photo reviews, and you won't be able to sign up for photo reviews without access to the community. It's just going to be a one-time. It's just going to be a bundle. So we're working on that this week, guys. I hope today brought you value. What a show. And guess what happens at the end of the show for the 57 people who are still here? Go to my community, sign up, and hang out with me on Zoom, because every Thursday we do an after party, and the after party is dope. And it's more like a creative session. It's more like a creative jam session with a bunch of photographers from all over the world, all in one place with me, asking questions and talking about certain things that they're struggling with. It's super helpful. I do it every week. I do it at least once a week on Thursdays. Sometimes I do it twice a week, but you can't get access to those links without being inside the community. We hang out on Zoom. It's in the meetups, guys. If you're in my community, I will see you there. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you.
I'll be in the community in 15 minutes. So call it 2 o'clock, 5 after 2.
This commercial-free live stream was brought to you by the members of this channel. If it wasn't for you, we'd have to fill up these live streams with ads that would just interrupt the flow. The members of this channel make commercial-free content during these live streams possible. Consider becoming a member for $5 a month today to gain access to secret live streams, live chats, and to show your support with that crown badge next to your name. Sharing is caring. If this content has brought you value today, share it, clip it, post it to your socials. Curating and sharing helpful content makes you an expert, even if the content you're sharing isn't yours. Be a curator and share this content with your network. If you're an emerging or struggling photographer that's trying to break free from your current 9-to-5 grind and transition to the life of a working pro photographer, that's our obsession here at the Carty Method. Register, get the support you need. If you're alone and struggling at this craft, make sure you join the Carty Method community. You'll always find help in the show notes. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Find your creative and business genius with the Carty Method.
I'll see you guys in the community. I'll be there in about 15 minutes, but people are probably in there right now. In the Zoom. I'll see you there. Thanks, guys, for watching. Appreciate you.